Good afternoon and welcome to the Virtual College Exploration for all North and South Carolina students, sponsored by the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers, or CACRAO and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can utilize the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening through the CACRAO StriveScan partnership, so we encourage you to check out the full listings on the CACRAO website at cacrao.org. Once again, all meetings will be recorded and will be available on the CACRAO website. Now, without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to our panelists so they can begin the session.
Hi, everyone. My name is Casey McNair, and I'm the Director of Admissions at Erskine College. We are so excited to be with you here today, even though we can't be with you in person, but we're excited to get to chat with you today through Zoom. Today, I want to introduce our panelists first thing. So to start, like I said, I'm Casey. I'm the Director of Admissions here. I actually graduated from Erskine in 2017 as a math major and a business minor. And now I will turn it over to Tiana Thompson.
Hi everyone, my name is Tiana. I am an admissions counselor here at Erskine College. I'm also an alum. I graduated from Erskine in 2016 with a degree in biology. And I have been working here ever since and I love it.
Hey guys, my name is Elizabeth Sims. I am a student ambassador here at Erskine. I am a senior this year, and I am majoring in music with an emphasis in church music, and I am just excited to talk to you guys today.
Hey guys, my name is Roberto Monsalvo. I am a junior biology major. I am an admissions ambassador, and I am from Batesburg, South Carolina. Now we'll go back with Casey.
All right, so now that you know who all is going to be talking to you today, we just want to give you a brief overview of Erskine College as a whole. So Erskine is located in Due West, South Carolina, which is a small town about an hour south of Greenville, South Carolina. At Erskine, we've been educating students for over 180 years. We were founded in 1839, and we've been here in Due West ever since then. We are a Christian liberal arts college, which means we want to help you grow in all areas of your life, not just your academics. We want to help you mature in your faith and prepare you for your life's calling, whether that calling is business, medicine, ministry, or some other field. When you complete your education here, you get the Erskine Edge, which includes all of the advantages that come from studying at a small school, where you can develop as a student and also as a person. Today, we're going to share with you some of what sets Erskine apart and why it feels like home to us. So to start us off, I'm going to let Tiana tell you a little bit about the academics at Erskine.
So as Casey stated, you can get the Erskine Edge by coming here to Erskine. So getting the Erskine Edge means that you experience the benefits of our small size and strong academics. So you get small class sizes, mentoring from professors, personalized course plans, and research opportunities. So getting the Erskine Edge through small class sizes and individual attention from professors means that our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. Nearly all class sizes and sections have fewer than 25 students. And this means that your professors know who you are and can adjust to your teaching methods to best serve each class. Many faculty members become mentors and can help you develop as a student and identify your calling. Small class sizes also give you an edge because you can participate in research and hands-on learning, which prepares you for graduate work and careers. A personal example is that when I got further into my major, I only had about 5 to 6 students in some of my classes. And that helped a lot because my professors were able to teach the way that I needed to be taught, and they were able to help me personally. So we want you to find your calling and prepare for your future. So we have 19 majors and 27 minors, and you can customize these by working with faculty to create a course of study that's right for you. So your faculty advisor can help you customize these by working with, they can help you, I'm sorry. So your faculty advisor can help you choose classes and determine what career path you're called to. Your professors can use their networks of alumni and other Erskine friends to help you find internships and mentors in your chosen field.
So I actually have had a personal experience with one of my professors helping me. So with music, there's a lot of different routes you can take with it, and I have become very interested in the field of music therapy. And so one of our music professors, Dr. Caldwell, knew about my interest in this field, and because I've talked to her a lot about it, and she actually put me in contact with one of her close friends who is a professor actually in music therapy. And so I've been able to talk to her and get to kind of know the field a little bit better and see if that's really what I want to follow into grad school possibly. So.
Thank you for that, Elizabeth. So the Erskine Edge can give you an advantage when applying to grad schools and enter into the workplace. If you decide to attend graduate school, Erskine can help you reach that goal. Your professors can offer advice, they can write personalized recommendation letters. In recent years, Erskine students have been accepted into the program of their choice at the rate of 98%. Students have gone to graduate studies in medical, dental, and pharmacy school, and to programs in fields such as nursing, ministry, engineering, psychology, business, and health. Erskine graduates have gone straight into the workforce in many fields, including education, law, science, business, ministry, communications, so many more and others. So one of our graduates recently won an Emmy Award for a news piece he developed in Atlanta area. And we also have another graduate who has done some work, and she has a video for us to explain how Erskine has helped her in her career choice.
Double major in English and biology allowed me to kind of put the humanity back into the sciences. You have to be able to see where a person sits because you're dealing with a whole person, all of their hopes for the future and all of their passions. The leadership opportunities I've had at Erskine have made a big difference in preparing me for my future. Erskine has prepared me academically, my science classes especially, to do well enough on the MCAT to be able to get into medical school. Dr. Christie, I met him and I had an interview with him, presidential scholarship competition, and we just talked about books the whole time, and I was like, this is a place I could be happy.
So I'm here to talk about our student life, and I think that is one of the most important things on campus, and it just really makes Erskine. So this year we have about 820 students on campus, with 95% living on campus. So at Erskine, you have the opportunity to develop lifelong friendships through various campus life activities. I feel like that's one of the advantages of small schools is you really get to know everyone. I love being able to walk around campus and just passing fellow students and professors and staff and just stopping and talking about their day and talking about everything that's just going on and having that relationship with everyone that I see. So as Tiana has mentioned, getting the Erskine Edge is more than just sharpening your academic skills. You can also find friendship and Christian fellowship through our student organizations. So at Erskine, our student life is very, very strong, as I mentioned earlier. We have almost 30 student organizations, 23 athletic teams, and many other ways for you to get involved on campus. Our organizations include campus ministries, literary societies, which are some way kind of like fraternities and sororities, which Roberta will talk about a little bit later, secret societies, and interest and service clubs, which is like Rotaract and some other things that you can just do around campus. So I am involved in a lot of fun things around campus. I am a member of ODK, which is our one of our honor societies on campus. It's an Honors Leadership Society. And then I'm also involved in FCA and RUF, which is some of our campus ministries. I'm on Judicial Council. I am a missions ambassador, and I'm also the president of Choraleers, which is our choir on campus. Probably my favorite thing, or two of my favorite things on campus, is working in admissions. I love meeting potential students and talking with you guys and just kind of showing you this little small college town that I love so much, and just getting to show you around. And I also really like being a part of Choraleers. Not only is it just fun to make music together, but we also get to take fun trips. 2 years ago, my sophomore year, we were able to go and perform in Disney World, which was just absolutely amazing. I mean, who doesn't love to go to Disney? And so we got to spend about 4 days down there in Disney, perform in Disney, go to all the parks, and I grew so close with the people that I went with. And we just had such a good time. And so that's just kind of a little glimpse into what I do and my favorite things. So as I mentioned earlier, we have some campus ministry options on campus. So we have BCM, which is our Baptist Collegiate Ministry, FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, RUF, which is Reformed University Fellowship, and SCA, which is our Student Christian Association. So Student Christian Association is kind of like the head of all of the campus ministries on campus, and they kind of oversee the other ministries, see if they need anything, and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of different opportunities for you to get involved. There's a lot of Bible studies from freshmen all the way up to seniors. There's lots of different worship opportunities, fellowship events, and some retreats even. Just the other day, I know I was involved. FCA had a kickball tournament, so we can even do stuff during this COVID time. We had a socially distanced safe kickball game. We even had someone going out with hand sanitizer. That was their whole job. It was really funny. And then RUF had an outdoor movie night, and so they just gathered outside and watched Remember the Titans, such a great movie. So it's just a lot of fun things like that that you can do and become involved in. And then we also have some really great music programs here. As I mentioned, I'm president of Choraleers, which was one of our 3 choirs that we have on campus. Choraleers is our big mixed ensemble. And then there's Chamber, which is just a group of Choraleers, which is a bit smaller. And then there's Bella Voce, which is just an all-women's choir. We also have 2 instrumental ensembles, Sinfonia, which is like an orchestra, and then jazz band. These groups put on lots of events, lots of fun concerts. One of everybody's favorite concerts is our Halloween concert that we have. It takes place every year at Halloween. And we all get together and we all get to perform various fun pieces. I know last year the Choraleers and Bella Voce came together and we performed this whole big medley of the Greatest Showman songs, and we got to dress up as various characters and just perform, and it was a really good time. And all of the community comes out and some students and professors and faculty, and it's just so much fun. Not only do we have these groups you can become involved in, we also have private lessons that you can take. These are a great way to continue your music career while you're in college and strengthen it. And I know most of the music professors that we have, and they are so great, and they would love to have you join and take lessons from them. So now I'm going to pass it on to Roberto, and he's going to tell y'all what he's involved in and just some other things that we have on campus.
So here on campus, I am a member of the American Chemistry Society, Tri Beta, which is the Biology Society. I am president of Flea Nation. I'm an admissions ambassador. I am also a member of the Choraleers. I am involved in RUF and SCA. I am a treasurer of the UFES, and I am the editor-in-chief of the Arrow. One of my favorite things here at Erskine is being an admissions ambassador. I love meeting new people. I love communicating. I love telling people how great Erskine is. Also being the editor-in-chief of the Arrow, which is the yearbook here at Erskine. I just love capturing Erskine's most greatest moments. So that's probably one of my favorite things to do here on campus. So since 1919, the Arrow has been in charge of creating the yearbook. They are responsible of capturing Erskine's greatest moments and putting them together in a book each year. This year, my team and I are working on a project to have a kind of like a news show here on campus. So if you're interested in journalism, the Arrow would be great for you. We also have the Mirror, which is our entertainment partner. They are in charge of creating and publishing a newspaper article each month. This is also ran by students here on campus, and they do interviews with students, staff, and faculty on what's going on Erskine. So that's what I do here. Another thing I'd like to talk about is our literary societies. Like Elizabeth mentioned, we do not have sororities or fraternities. We have what is called a literary society. Literary societies are literal social and service organizations for Erskine students. We have the Euphemian men, the Chi men, the Philomethian societies for men, and the Athenian Euphemian Little Sisters, Philo women, Chi Little Sisters, and Chi Lambda Sigma for women. I am a proud member of the Euphemian Literary Society. For example, every year we host cookouts during soccer games. We go out and help the community by cleaning up the trash that's left on the highways. And we throw other campus events that are fun for students. We also have something called secret societies here on campus. They have been a tradition at Erskine. They are very secretive. Nobody knows who's in them. They reveal themselves their senior year, and they throw pranks on campus. So that's something fun to do here. Things to do nearby Erskine. You might ask, what can you do as a student in Due West? Erskine is located right in the heart of the upstate. Since Due West is a small town, we're able to focus on our academics, building friendships, and enjoying campus events. A lot of students like to hammock on campus. I personally find it very relaxing. We have tons of trees here on campus, so that's a fun thing to do. We're also only about 20 to 30 minutes away from restaurants, movie theaters, bowling alleys, and shopping stores. Greenwood and Anderson are both 30 to 40 minutes away and have a lot what you need / want. Greenville is also an hour away, and they offer much more shopping and activities, including a lot of outdoor activities like hiking, fishing, kayaking. We're also only about 2 hours away from Atlanta, Columbia, and Charlotte, with the closest beaches being about 4 to 5 hours away. So, you know, Due West might be a small town, but there's lots of things to do here and around campus. You could also get the Erskine edge by participating in highly competitive athletics. Erskine competes in the NCAA Division II Conference Carolinas and the NCCAA or the National Christian College Athletics Association. Our teams are known as the Flying Fleet, and our athletes embrace the Fleet Way, cultivating integrity, sportsmanship, humility, and a Christ-like attitude towards others. You can also get involved in intramurals and recreational sports. Recently, Erskine has fielded intramural football, basketball, volleyball, disc golf, and many more. I personally enjoy playing ultimate frisbee and soccer as an intramural sport here at Erskine. We get very competitive. We like to have fun. I know last year my favorite memory was playing ultimate frisbee, and my team and the RUF team, we were the last two teams in the final round, and it was very competitive, but it's very fun, and it brings us closer together as a college. We have many more things you could do on campus, but now I'm sending you back with Tiana.
So now that you've heard from Elizabeth and Roberto about the things that they are involved in school, I want to tell you more about how you can join us here at Erskine and get the Erskine Edge. So high school seniors can apply online at apply.erskine.edu. Our application is online. It's straightforward. It asks questions that will allow us to get to know you and determine which scholarships you're eligible for. So once you submit the online application, you'll need to send your high school transcript and your test scores. We accept ACT, SAT, and the CLT. Your high school can send your transcript electronically or through the mail. And if you have access to your test scores online, you can download a PDF file and you can email them straight to our office or your admissions counselor directly. I do want to emphasize that the CLT is called the Classic Learning Test. That is another alternative testing with the ACT and the SAT. Again, it is called the CLT and it's called the Classic Learning Test. You can find more information about that online as well. Once you apply, we'll be able to let you know what financial aid you qualify for. There is no separate application for Erskine financial aid, for any extra scholarships through us, but you will need to submit the FAFSA. That opens October the 1st. And once that opens, you can go ahead and complete it and then send it to the schools of your choice. Our FAFSA code or the school's code is 003432. So make sure that if you want Erskine to have your FAFSA, that you send it to us and you type in that code. Erskine also offers several different types of financial aid to students, including federal, state, institutional scholarships and grants, as well as the options to take out student loans as needed.
All right, guys, so that's all we have today to tell you about. However, now we want to give you a chance to ask us any questions that you may have. You can ask us questions about the application process. You can ask us questions about student life on campus, any questions that you might have. So while you're writing those into the chat, I wanted to go ahead and ask Elizabeth and Roberto, what made you guys choose to attend Erskine? How many other schools did you apply to and what made you choose Erskine?
Yes, so this is one of my favorite questions because growing up, I always said that I would never go to Erskine because not only did both of my parents go to Erskine, but also both of my grandparents went to Erskine. So Erskine's kind of in my blood, if you would say. And I always said, no, I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to follow my family. But here I am. Erskine was just contacting me, asking me to come visit, and so were my parents. So one day I just decided, might as well just go visit and see. I mean, I haven't been there since I was a little girl. And as soon as I came on campus and took a tour and just walked around, it really felt like home, and I could really see myself being here for 4 years and just making so many connections. And I just really love the small aspects to it. So that's why I picked Erskine. So yeah.
For me, growing up, I wanted to go to a big school. I graduated from a small school and then grew up in a small town. So I was like, I want to change environment. I want to go to something bigger. However, I'm at Erskine, due west, which it's smaller than my hometown. But when I decided to go here, I actually toured and I fell in love with the campus. I fell in love with the community. The vibe, it was just a good, you just feel welcomed here, which I think it's great. And then I applied, got accepted, and then I'm here as a junior and excited that I made that choice. So.
Awesome, thanks guys. So one question we just had in the chat was, how do I apply for the Stars and Stripes Award Scholarship? So Erskine does have a partnership with the American Heritage Girls to award a Stars and Stripes scholarship to any girl that has completed the Stars and Stripes Award through American Heritage Girls. So when you apply online, there will be a question on the application asking if you've completed that award or if you're working towards completing it. If that is the case for you, then you can check that box yes, and we will make sure to follow up with you on if you're eligible for that scholarship or not. So just make sure to complete that field on your application. If you've already submitted your application and you want to double check that we have that information for you, just send us an email. You can email us at admissions@erskine.edu and we will double check on that for you. In the meantime, another question for Elizabeth and Roberto. Do you guys have any advice for high school seniors that might be looking at colleges this year?
For my advice for y'all is don't wait last minute. I applied. I applied to Erskine last minute. So barely made the deadline. So definitely start applying now. Take your SAT score, test, ACT, study for those because they could get you a lot of good scholarships. So, Elizabeth.
Not only the SAT and ACT can bring you good scholarships, I would also say be on the lookout for other scholarships. I know I did a lot of searching for outside scholarships. I know Erskine gives you a lot of scholarships. It was a really big blessing for me. But go to like certain websites and see. Also email us and ask us because there might be some scholarships that we have, like the Stars and Stripes ones or some others. That's not necessarily that you see right away. I know I got a music scholarship, so if you're a musical person, there is a chance to get a music scholarship and get private lessons and stuff like that. So yeah, just really be on the lookout for music scholarship or just any scholarships, excuse me. So that's a good tip.
Very nice. Tiana, do you have any advice for high school seniors right now?
I have a lot of advice, but I will only give a little. So make sure that you stay organized, that you stay up on deadlines, that you have a timeline, that you have a calendar, you have something to keep you on track. Make sure, like Roberto said, don't wait till the last minute. Go ahead and have a list of schools. Make sure that you apply. Make sure that you send all your documents to them so you can have an acceptance come around the time that you're expecting. And then just enjoy the process, but make sure that you're staying up on it as well.
Awesome. Well, to our attendees, if you guys have any other questions, make sure to throw them in the chat. I do have one other question for Elizabeth and Roberto. So far at Erskine, who has been your favorite professor and what has been your favorite class? It may be taught by that professor or by a different professor. Who knows? But who's been your favorite professor and what's been your favorite class so far?
For me, my favorite professor actually retired already. Dr. Greer, he taught history. He was just such a great professor. But I'd say right now my favorite professor would be Dr. Mina. He's also my advisor. He teaches all the pre-med courses, most of the pre-med courses. And my favorite class would be human anatomy and physiology. We get to dissect a bunch of stuff in that class. So I think that's fun. We did a cat last semester. So that's fun. And we actually named the cat. I think it was Ben or something. So rest in peace, Ben. But it's just hands-on training and learning that you get here at Erskine that you wouldn't get at other schools. And also the one-to-one relationship with the professor, since we're such a small school. You get to know your professor and advisor better. And that way, if you want to go to med school or grad school, you get good recommendation letters. So Elizabeth.
So my favorite professor is also my advisor, Dr. Timms. He is the head of the music department. He's been a really big mentor for me throughout my 4 years, and he's really helped me find what I really want musically and what I really want in my career. And he's so great, and we love to come into his office and just sit on his couch and talk to him about anything and everything. And it's just been really great to have him as a strong presence throughout my career. I also really like Dr. Caldwell, who I mentioned earlier. She's only been here this is her second year now, but she is another one where you can just go into her office and just talk about so much. And she's always so nice and in the best mood. She will cheer you up right away. My favorite class that I've taken here, obviously I've really enjoyed a lot of music classes, but one of my favorite classes would have had to been Contemporary Global Issues, which is a history class that you take here. And it was not only like interesting, the content that we learned, but the professor, his name was Professor Yu Hall, and he was so interesting. We would come really early to class and we would stay really late after class just to talk to him and hear him tell stories, because he was an EMT during, I think it was Afghanistan or one of the wars. He was over there. And so he would tell us stories about when he was over there and what would happen, or he'd have all this information about history. And I remember so much from that class because he made it so interesting. And it was just so much fun. So that's just one of the benefits of another small school, is just staying after, and the professors still love to talk to you and just tell you personal things. Also, he had us over to his house one time for a self-defense training class, which was really cool. He teaches those, and he has a really cute daughter who made us pancakes. And so just another benefit of small colleges is you get to go to professors' houses and you get to eat pancakes with them. So this is why I love Erskine.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. To everyone that attended, if you have any other questions, please feel free to throw them in the chat. We're going to stick around for a few more minutes. But if you don't have any other questions, be sure to complete our application online. It is apply.erskine.edu, or you can scan the nifty QR code on the screen right now. You can also register for a visit anytime at visit.erskine.edu. We do have campus tours all throughout the week on campus right now, but we do also offer virtual tours as well. So if you're too far away from South Carolina, or if you don't feel comfortable coming to campus right now, you can definitely sign up for the virtual tour. And we do have a few open houses coming up as well that you can check out there. One more question that just came in. What is the early action deadline? That is a wonderful question. Erskine actually does not have an application deadline. So like Roberto said, you can apply any point in the year, and we use rolling admissions. So once you complete your online application and send us your high school transcript and test scores, we'll be able to go ahead and evaluate your application, and you'll get an answer back from us in the next 2 weeks. So we'll turn it around very quickly for you. All you have to do is submit the application online and then send us your transcript and your test scores. Yes, so we don't have an early action deadline or a application deadline at all. So you can apply now, or you can wait a few months if you're waiting on SAT or ACT scores to come in. You can wait for those as well to come in. All right, any other questions from anybody? If not, thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad you were able to join us today. If you have any questions after today's session, please just let us know. You can email us at admissions@erskine.edu, or you can give us a call at 864-379-8838, and we'll be happy to answer those questions for you. Tiana, anything you'd like to say to anyone before we head out for today?
Just thank you guys for attending. Like Casey said, if you have any questions or anything, just feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy and willing to help you.
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us for this afternoon's session. Once you close your window, we encourage you to complete the 4-question survey that should appear. Also, feel free to look at the full listing of opportunities through the CACRAO StriveScan partnership at cacrao.org. Lastly, a recording will be made available on the CACRAO website of this particular session and all sessions included in the cycle. Take care and have a wonderful evening.